I'm going to talk about the main hallmarks of senescent cells today. There are 6 major ones, and I'm going to mention 3 right now. So the first one we've already talked about actually, it's growth arrest. Senescent cells, they're those dormant cells that cannot divide, and they just pretty much sit in the tissue and do almost nothing. The second major hallmark is Senescence Associated Galactosidase. So this is just a long name for an enzyme, which is actually an essential protein in our cells. However, this particular form of this enzyme, it gets accumulated in senescent cells and in aged cells over time in the lysosomes, which are the compartments of the cells, and those are called organelles, that basically serve as the garbage disposal kind of places. Every damaged, oxidized, whatever not needed protein or parts of the cells that needs to be degraded, they go into the lysosome, where they're just chopped into pieces basically. So this Senescence Associated beta-galactosidase really gets accumulated in large quantities in the lysosomes. So it's really easy to stain and see with your own eyes, basically in the microscope. It's really easily detectable, so it's widely used as a marker for senescent cells. And the third major hallmark that I'm going to talk today about is Senescence Associated Secretory phenotype. Wow, that's a long phrase. So what does it actually mean? It means that senescent cells excrete a lot of different molecules in the environment. So they just basically produce a lot of stuff that goes outside of the cells and influences their neighbors, and sometimes not in a very good way. One of the consequences of this secretion of those myriads of different molecules is cancer transformation of the neighboring cells. Basically, there can be just a new tumor formed because of the senescent cells. So this is not what we really want within our tissues, and this happens because a lot of those molecules, they're pro-inflammatory, and there are some proteases that alter the behavior of the neighboring cells in a way that is not really beneficial. There is, however, one good thing that happens after those molecules are secreted. That's tissue repair. Basically, they play a role in wound healing. So they're not 100% harmful, or at least not all the time. So there are situations where this effect can actually be beneficial. So I'm very, very much excited about the lecture tomorrow. It's going to be Professor Jan van Dursen from Mayo Clinic is going to come and talk about senescent cells. But right now, I can really recommend you the paper that he wrote and published in Nature, and it's a great review. It's called The Role of Senescent Cells in Aging, and it was published in May 2014 in Nature Journal, Jan van Dursen. So you should totally check it out, and I'm gonna get you some updates tomorrow.